Sounds good. Quick introduction. I'm Emily Cerrone. I'm co-chair with Sarah, who we have done all the programming and the program volunteers who are reviewing programs. Sarah, if you want to introduce yourself, and then Felipe.
Sure. So I'm Sarah Oosby. I'm the other educational programs co-chair for the Region 2 conference. I'm the director for the Center for Student Involvement at the University of Baltimore. And thank you all for signing up to be a reviewer and for joining us today. We could not, and I'm sure Felipe will echo this as well, we could not have quality education programs without our reviewers, because we need to know, first of all, Emily and I could not go through the 100+ programs that were submitted, but we also want to know from the field that what we're putting out there is relevant. So thank you for your time.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Felipe. I'm the co-chair for the entire conference, along with Zach. He couldn't join us today, but on behalf of the entire committee, thank you again. You know, we're all going to be thanking you a lot. We know that this is going to be a little time-consuming, and they're going to talk to the process. I've served as a program reviewer before. I think it's a good exercise to go through if you've never presented or if you've never submitted a program, and it's a good way to get your feet wet with Naspa. So we're excited, and we hope that you're all going to join us on June 3rd at NYU. So thank you. And thank you for the co-chairs to arrange this. I'm going to just be listening in, so I think we should get started.
Okay. So we wanted to give you a kind of a timeline, and then what to expect as a reviewer, where to go to get onto your reviewer page, the categories we're looking at for a reviewer, and then kind of the importance of feedback. So 2 key dates timeline-wise to keep in mind are February 23rd, which is when you will receive all your assignments by, if not earlier. And then March 26th, we will have all the programs accepted and rejected. So it gives you a good 2 months kind of to work through those programs, and we suggest setting aside some time in your schedules to focus on doing them, probably 3 to 4 hours every couple days. You should be fine. We can't imagine giving you any more than 8 programs to review. Another key part, we're going to send out an email in the next week or so about how to get onto your programs that you're going to need to review. And the programs will have an URL. You'll just click on it and you'll get there, or you can sign in through your Naspa profile. Are you all familiar on how to do that? Yes, no, okay. Well, there'll be instructions there as well, just in case you don't know. And it'll guide you through the step process of your name, your email, how we can get in contact with you, and then what you think of the program and how you'll evaluate it. And so I'll turn it over to Sarah if you want to go through the different kind of tasks or groups that they will be evaluated on. Sorry, my email cut out, or my internet cut out. Sarah, do you want to go through those groups?
Sure. So I'll talk a little bit about the kind of proposals that you'll be reviewing. So we have 3 program types. If you in your profile indicated that you only wanted to review general sessions, we will only assign you to general sessions. If you indicated you wanted to review conversations that matter, or that you wanted to review the Ignite sessions, you'll be assigned to those. So that is what we're looking at. Like Emily said, we are hoping to limit people to no more than 8. And based on the number of reviewers we have, we shouldn't have a problem with that. So when you log in, the system really will walk you through, and we will send you directions that have step-by-step once we have all the programs matched in the system. That's what we're working on now. And I sent this out, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. So you'll be looking at four really categories that you're going to do. In my email, it mentioned relevance to conference theme, but we realized there is not a conference theme, so that has been removed from the form. What you're going to do is so the reviewer form is the same regardless of the type of program. So whether it's the conversation that matters, whether it is Ignite, or it is the general session. And so as you review, keep in mind, we would like you to think about whether that's the appropriate format for the content that you see. So you will look at, the first thing is proposal content. And you will look at creativity, forward thinking. Is it sound program planning, clear expectations and outcomes? You know, is it the right format for the type of content that's there, as well as looking at, you know, is it something that's relevant to the field, and is it relevant to the direction of student affairs currently? Does it bring content to this? And then we're looking at evidence of solid foundation. So this is grounded in research, practice, relevant experience for the presenter. So just making sure that what the presenter is talking about is something that they have experience in. Appropriate theories, this is also what you could look at and should look at it connecting back to the Naspa ACPA professional competencies, right? So looking at what is there, has a solid foundation. It doesn't have to be a research presentation, but that it talks about the appropriate theories or that it's practice that this person is bringing forward. Admission to the proposal guidelines. So again, looking that it's in the right format for the content, right? Conversations that matter is a 75-minute presentation. It is going to be 25 minutes of the presenter speaking and then 50 minutes of feedback, right, or conversation. And so if they've only given 5 minutes or they're presenting 50 minutes of material, that's not a good fit for that format. So that'll be in there as well. But also is the clear, is it specific? So looking for opportunity to provide general comment. So each of the things you're ranking, you'll either there'll be you strongly agree, you strongly agree, you agree, you disagree, or you strongly disagree, and then you'll be able to provide open-ended comments for each of those sections. Feedback is knows when we're accepted or not. So notably, if you are providing feedback, you know, if it's really great, you can either just confirm that. You don't necessarily have to provide a comment for everything, but if you're ranking them on the lower end, we definitely would love to see them get some feedback on, you know, it lacks clarity, there's not a foundational theory, so it's not relevant to the presenter's experience, and you want to provide that directly, but make sure it's constructive. We've definitely heard of and seen feedback provided that was, you know, this sucks, or I would never go to this type of session, or why is this person even, you know, submitting a program proposal? And that's not the type of things we want to provide back to our presenters. We want it to be constructive, that they can use it to increase their presentation skills. And one of the last thing that you will do when you are reviewing programs is you will either say accept the program as is, reject it, or accept with improvements. And that's where your notes are really, really important. So if you're saying, you know, I could see where this would be relevant, but this person is lacking some key things, that's where your feedback has to be really direct about what needs to be included in your recommendation. So after you share that feedback and go in and rate those categories, Emily and I go through and we look at all that and we select the final programs that will, based on your reviews, that will be put forward. And so really we couldn't do that without you. So I'm going to turn it back to Emily to see if she has anything else to add, and then we'll open it up for questions, because we just wanted to give you a brief snippet, and then I know a few people had emailed us with questions, so to provide you an opportunity to let us know if there's anything we didn't connect.
Mute myself. Just one more thing. If you if something comes up at work or in your personal life and you can't get to any programs or you can't review them and it's just looking like you're not going to be able to do it, don't wait to the last week to let us know. Let us know sooner rather than later, and we can try and reassign your programs or look into who else might cover those. Just because the last week we'll probably get a little hectic on who will be reviewing what. So that's all on our end. If you have any questions, feel free to ask or type it into the comment section of the group chat if you're online. No questions? Is everyone feeling pretty confident? They know what they're doing, how to get there? Okay. Well, if anything comes up, Sarah and I will be available over the course of the next couple months, and we look forward to hearing from you. All right. Well, thank you.
Well, thanks again, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Emily and Sarah. Everybody have a good day.